Hi, so if you're a Cancer, born June 21st to July 22nd, what can you expect for the month of May 2015? Let's tune in and find out. So Cancer, this month I see you, you know, being resourceful, but being practical, counting your money, counting your blessings, counting your pennies, just picking up and making sure there is no loss, no waste. And this doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It doesn't mean like, oh no, she's telling me I'm going to be broke this month. No, 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 no. I'm saying you're being respectful of your energy. You're being respectful and aware of your finances. You're being fine-tuned to make the most of your resources. And I would say that's what this month is about for you, that you're going to be fine-tuned and you're really going to utilize the resources that you have, and you're going to be able to let go of what you don't have. All that extra stuff that you don't use just weighs you down. So a lot of you may find yourself decluttering this month. You may find yourself going through closets, going through books, giving them away to Goodwill, giving them to people who are in need of such items, and garage sales, whatever it is. And this may even go into relationships. You may find yourself letting go of some friends or some people that maybe aren't good for you, or that make you doubt yourself, or that make you second guess yourself, or make you feel bad about yourself. There are a lot of people out there that get, they really enjoy dragging people down, pointing out your flaws. Those aren't people that you really need around you, okay? And if they're family, then you need to create a boundary and say, hey, that's not okay. And so it's an opportunity this month for you to kind of speak up and create some better flow in your life in all areas. Let's start with your relationship. So looking at your single, if you're or married, let's start with those who are married relationships. For the month of May, what can you expect? So right away I've got indigestion. So if some of you guys are out there feeling a little like, oh, just had a fight with my partner, kind of let it go. And listen, when I say married, I mean partnerships, right? So, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. I'm talking about relationships that are partnered and married, that are serious, okay, committed. And so some of you may just have gone through something with your partnerships, or you're holding anxiety about the partner. Like, is he going to get married? Is he going to ask me? Is she going to ask me? Are we gonna take this to the next step? Or do I need to call it off? Some of you may find yourself at a crossroads in a relationship if your partner's just not moving along fast enough and you have doubt whether or not they are going to take it to the next level. You may be dealing with some of that this month, and you may find yourself, saying, okay, I can't take it anymore. I need out. I need some space because I can't be like this anymore. So some of you are going to make some decisions about your relationships. If you've kind of been playing a waiting game. For those of you that are married in a real healthy relationship and a connected relationship that's working, you're going to find just a blossoming, more opportunities, especially, I want to say, this very first weekend, a real nice burst of energy coming into your relationship this very first weekend of May. You might even have plans already to get away. And you could even be watching this from your hotel room. So it's a really nice, kind of getaway. And there may be some little annoyances around, but they can be they're just so little. So it's like what you pay attention to. What I'm talking about is like when you go to check in and the room's not ready, and you have to wait for 3 or 4 hours, or you get to the room and the air conditioning is not working and they move you, like those little things. But they're nuances. So just ignore them. Kind of leftover karma energy, right? So now, I think all in all, you're going to have a really nice month for those of you that are coupled. There's really even another opportunity towards the end of the month to travel as well. And of course, we have there's Memorial Weekend here in the U.S., which is that second weekend before the last weekend. But I'm really looking beyond that and even the last weekend as a really nice weekend too, to be able to enjoy each other's company and to really make strong bonds and strong connections. Now, if you're single, what can you expect for the month? Some of you may feel a little flatlined by a relationship recently. It could be just disappointment, and maybe that somebody didn't step up, or they kind of fell off the face of the earth, or now they're hitting on your best friend, and so they feel kind of slimy, like that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, blow it off. They're just not the one. Cancers, you guys are so sensitive. You're so heart driven, and some of you don't like that about yourself, but the sooner you know that, the easier it is, because that's a gift. That's a gift to be able to discern something right away and to feel it, as opposed to being emotional. So cancers are a sensitive sign, but I want you to be, there's a difference between being sensitive and emotional. Emotional has a lot more drama, right? Like you're then like the tail of the dog, and the dog is telling you how you should feel. So everybody around you, whatever they say to you, is kind of telling you how to feel. No, that's emotional. That's not good. Sensitive is when you discern for yourself. Should I feel this way? Does this feel good to me? Do I want to engage with this person? Or should I walk away from this situation? That's a sensitivity. That's an intuitive connection that the cancers have that's really, really special, really dynamic, and really unique. That's what I want you to focus on this month, because when you focus on that, then you're being led, you're being proactive, and you're going, wait a second, how do I feel about this? I know how I would have felt in the past. If he said this to me, I would have felt like this, but how do I feel now? How do I want to act on this? So you're going to really start to get some awakening, especially towards the end of the month at the new moon energy in Taurus. There's also some other energies happening around that same time that's kind of going to have light bulbs going off the top of your head. That you're going to see sort of like the big picture, where you'll have a more spiritual or aerial view, where you'll look down and go, what? That's what was really going on, or that's how I really feel. So there's going to be a lot of relief and a lot of happiness, because what you're going to discover is going to you're just going to laugh it off, because you're going to see that this thing that you're making a really big deal of at the end of the month becomes, as they say, the mountain or the molehill. It's going to be a little molehill. It's going to be nothing. You're going to wash your hands and go, I can't believe I was so upset over that, right? So that's the good news, is whatever that you have been upset about is going to be so insignificant at the end of the month. So that's, I don't know that it has to do with your relationships, but it has to do all over, right? It could be anywhere in your chart, as they say, that you may be misinterpreting something or being overly emotional about something. And that's going to lift towards the end of the month. You're going to feel some relief from that. And so let's look at singles a little bit further, if any potential relationships for you this month. This month feels like there is some good things that can happen again around that same new moon, around the 18th, but I'm feeling a little bit sooner, like around May 15th. Some of you feel a little timid or shy to me in terms of can this really be? Can it really be good? So there's some real self-nurturing that's involved. I'm really picking up a lot of pain, like in my indigestion, in my stomach, or in my spleen area, real tenderness. So some of you have gotten stabbed in the past and are afraid to kind of give it all to somebody. And what you want to do is just have that body awareness and really kind of let it go, grieve it out, whatever you have to do. And you're going to find yourself being stronger than ever. And there may be somebody really nice coming in around that May 18th, May 20th, that's just a positive connection. Somebody that's simple and kind. And when I say simple, I don't mean stupid. I mean that they're no drama. That's what I mean, okay? I mean that they're really honest and caring for you, which is what a cancer needs. So I think you have an opportunity to kind of really let somebody in close to you this month, Cancers. Oh, wow. Some of you have got a lot of pain here, so we really want to let that go. Now, as far as your health, since we're talking about some pain here, for those of you that are suffering from indigestion and having problems with your stomach, it could be emotional. A lot of times if you just write out whatever's going on for you, can work. I also, my book, The Little Book of Big Promises, I in the book go in and address body issues and help you to release them. You can find the book on my website or Amazon. You can buy it, or through Hay House. And there's also then guided meditations on my website that are free, that when you go listen to those, it can help you remove or change the vibration, so it just kind of unwraps and releases. So, but I just want you to gain more body awareness so you can let go of those emotions. What happens is when we're very sensitive, when we don't speak up or we don't say something, it gets buried in our system. And when you're a Cancer and you're somebody who's sensitive, it's detected faster in your body, which is actually a good thing, as long as you're paying attention. If you're paying attention, you go, oh, wow, all of a sudden this hurts or that hurts. Then you can have body consciousness around it, and you can let it go. And you can say, wow, what was I just thinking about that all of a sudden now that came up? And you can start to connect your thoughts, your emotions, and your body sensations so that you can have more control and you can let them go, all right? So, sorry about that. We got off on a tangent here. We're talking about your health. Okay, so health for the month. you're going to have an opportunity. In fact, you may be really inspired to get on a new exercise program or take up a new sport, take up a new way of working with your body. Anything from martial arts to kickboxing to yoga to bicycling, canoeing, rowing, like all these different soccer, all these different lifting weights, all these different things are coming in that are appropriate for you guys. So if you feel like trying something new, by all means push yourself to go do it, because there's a craving there that your body needs. And sometimes for you guys, doing an active sport like kicking or like lifting weights or something where you have to like use that life force energy, it can help you to clear the throat chakra, because cancers tend to be more sensitive. So your stomach can be an issue, your throat can be an issue. So when you do something that takes more breath, or like yoga, right, it's going to help you remove those emotions. So you may be inspired this month to try something new. So by all means, please go check it out and get going on it, because it's going to be good for you. If you're dealing with some sort of health issues, I would say there's also going to be a continued support system for you in that. There may be some little mix-up with your dates or times, or some changes if you've got some procedures scheduled or something that may have to be changed. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to do this. No, you're supposed to do it. It's just life. So don't worry about it. Don't make it mean anything if your doctor changes the day of your surgery. Just go, thank God he changed it. Okay, that must have been a bad day. That was the wrong time. Now I've got the right time, right? You want to just shift your mind that whatever happens is the right and perfect thing. Okay, cancers. So all in all, you're going to have a great month. Let's touch on your money and finance real quick, or maybe I did. Just let me go back in the energy and make sure. Okay, so cancers for you this month for money. I think we opened up with money, where you're going to be counting your money, where you're going to be more focused, where you're going to start to see, you're going to squeeze, get the best out of it, instead of like, the shampoo bottle, instead of throwing it away when it's got this much at the bottom, you're going to tip it upside down. Like it's not because you're being stingy. It's because you want the most out of life. Like it's coming from a spiritual level to not waste. And my mouth is just watering. It's like you want so much out of life that you want to squeeze as much as you can out of everything. And that has nothing to do with being cheap or it's being smart. It's about really being able to connect with the energy and to really get everything that's available to you. So this month, you're going to see new opportunities coming into you, and the opportunities that do come in, you're going to really discern it. You're going to look at all angles and go, is that worth my time? Is that worth my effort? Is what I'm getting back enough? And if it's not, you're going to say no, or you're going to squeeze it or make it so that it is right. It's just a really good skill to have, and it's a really supportive energy to ensure that your life force energy is getting everything that the universe has to offer. So it's a really beautiful energy. It's not a wasteful energy, and it's a really abundant energy. Okay, it's just the opposite. It's an abundant energy. When you count those pennies, it's like you're aware. Your awareness goes up. That's something. That's energy. That's life force energy. And so when you start to look at those little things, it's going to help you hold the energy of the projection for the bigger things, okay? So it's a very positive flow for your finances and for your money. And it's also going to appreciate the jobs that you already have. It's going to help you appreciate the current flow of money you have coming into your life. And it's really going to appreciate for you when somebody does pick up the phone and make a reference call on your behalf, or when somebody calls you from a new job and says, hey, come on in, we want to interview you for the second or the third time. There's a great appreciation for their energy and their time. You're much more respectful and appreciative, and that energy is going to bring in more stability for you. It's going to give you more energy, and it's also, more importantly, going to give you more money and more credibility, more high worth, so and self-confidence. So it's a really positive flow or cycle that you're in for money and finance. Okay, Cancers, have an amazing month, and I'll connect with you again next month. And if you liked my intuitive astrology, please share it with your friends or like it on Facebook, or please post your comments below. Have a great day.